3, 2, 1.
Good. Welcome. My name is Marlena Castelluzzo, and I have to apologize for the turnout. The only thing I can assume is that there's so much going on this morning, and Dane can attest, we usually have on an average 25 to 30, and when we've had forums, we can go up to 40. So I don't know if it's because it's the early hour, but I appreciate all of you coming here this morning. I'd like to stand for the pledge and the invocation, if you would, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You remain standing for a brief invocation. Dear Lord, we ask that you bless these candidates and all candidates that run for public office, as it is a daunting task, and we ask that you inspire the voters to come out to vote that have some influence on the outcome. We ask this in your name. Amen. Amen. Today's moderator is nationally syndicated talk show host Chris Kettner. So if you would join me in welcoming Chris. And he's going to review the parameters which you were emailed and your second invitation, because I had a major glitch with the technology. But Chris is going to go over the parameters. And before I start, I apologize. Desiree is representing Marion Manor, and Marion Manor has, for the last 13 years, hosted our meetings at this facility. So, Desiree.
Good morning. I just wanted to take this opportunity to welcome the Taxpayer Alliance Committee and those of you who are joining them today for the debate, and I want to welcome all of the candidates for school board. Just to let you know, we had just 2 weeks ago, we had voter registration drive here, change of address. We're all geared up here at Marion Manor to vote. Not this Tuesday, the following Tuesday, we provide transportation. So, and I'm happy to see a few of our residents here at this forum. But I did want to let you all know that outside is cards with some events that we have coming up. They're free, open to the public, really some good seminars and workshops. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary in assisted living care here in Virginia Beach. So please pick one up. I think there really are some very informative programs that you all might want to attend. And again, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'd like to thank you, Desiree, for being nice to my wife who's just recovering from hip surgery. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking time to be here this morning this early. All the candidates, I'm going to introduce all the candidates from your left to right. We have Sam Reed. We have Sharon Felton.
No.
Sorry, excuse me. Donnie Holt, excuse me. We've got Ashley McLeod.
Good morning.
And Alvina LeBeurre. Thank you all for being here as well. Looking forward to a spirited debate this afternoon, this evening, or this morning. The parameters are as follows: 1 minute introduction for each candidate. There is 1 minute responses to all questions. 1 minute rebuttal. If somebody says something that just really rubbed you the wrong way, just raise your hand and I'll give you a minute to rebut that as well. We ask the audience to please not have any participation as far as applause or showing signs of your reaction. And no one please approach the podium with your question cards. We have collectors that you give the question cards to, and that's the gentleman right there in the back. And I said, let's get this thing started. We'll start with the very first question. We'll start actually with Sam Reed. You can go first in the openings, which you will go last in the closing.
Okay. My name is Sam Reed, and I'm running for re-election on the school board. I've been on the board for 4 years, working hard to make the school system as good as it is, and I would like to continue that work with our new strategic plan for the next 4 years to keep us moving in the right direction. We have an 88.5% graduation rate, highest in the state, one of the highest in the United States, and I would like to see us get to 95%. That's part of our strategic goal. I'm a local, born and raised here in Virginia Beach. I went to school here with Kings Grant and First Colonial, raised 3 sons, and I now have 3 grandchildren in the school system. So I have a vested interest in the school system. But beyond that, this is my city. This is our city. And I would like to see our city continue to grow, and the best way to do that is with a good foundation, and the foundation is education. So please support me on November the 4th. Sam Reed is who we need. And you can go to my website, votesamreed.org, and you can look at a little bit more information about me. But Sam Reed's who we need. Thank you.
Donnie Holtz.
Good morning, everybody. It's bright and early. I'm Dottie Holtz, but officially on the ballot, you'll see me listed as Dorothy M. Dottie Holtz. Check that box. The community gave me the vote last time and elected me to the school board. Like Sam, I've served you for 4 years. I feel I've served you well. I have never once missed a school board meeting. I said then I would work for you 24/7, and I have done that. I have lived here on the beach for 47 years. I have 3 children who graduated from Virginia Beach schools. The military brought me here. We have so many families in the military that we serve, and so I'm very sensitive to their needs. I would like to ask for your vote for re-election so I can continue on with a new superintendent that I helped to bring into this area, and also to develop our new strategic plan. I think the best is yet to come in Virginia Beach, and I want to be part of it. I ask for your vote. Thank you.
Ashley McLeod.
Good morning, I'm Ashley McLeod. I am a resident over in the Virginia Wesleyan area. I am running in the at-large race so that everyone, all the races actually, everyone gets to vote, but I make it pretty simple in the at-large race. I would love to have your vote on November 4th. I am currently the Communications and Membership Director for the Virginia Maritime Association. I was previously an elementary school teacher as well as Executive Director of several nonprofits. I served on the school board from 2010 to 2012. I enjoyed it very much, and I believe there's still much work to be done, and so I hope that you'll rehire me this year. I'm married to a retired Navy commander, and I have 2 children. One is a senior at Princess Anne High School, and the other is a junior at Salem in the Performing Arts Academy. So on November 4th, I hope you'll remember Ashley McLeod in the at-large race. Thank you.
Alvina LaBerge.
Yes, my name is Alvina LaBerge. I've been with the school system, just retired about a month or so ago, 43.6 years. I'm running for office as a voice for all children. As a former teacher and central office administrator, instructional specialist, I have worked collaboratively with teachers, principals, and parents to ensure excellent outcomes for students with diverse backgrounds and with instructional needs, difficult instructional needs. I am action-oriented, I am result-driven, and I pledge my 43 years of experience, skill, knowledge, and commitment to seek solutions to ensure the best outcome for our teachers and students at Virginia Beach. I am a special educator. My degrees are all in special education, with except my master's. My master's degree is in K-12. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That concludes the opening comments. We'll now go into the questions. Please remember, if you'd be kind enough, candidates, to keep limited to 1 minute so that I don't have to step in and cut you off. I want you to complete your thought as much as possible. We're going to start the question with Donnie Holtz being first. Donnie, why are you all doing a platinum building when silver is all that is required?
It really depends. I'm not sure how to answer that because I did inquire about that recently. It depends on what the contract says. It depends on the amount of money that has been put aside to build these buildings. And I don't know that that's accurate, that platinum is all that's required. We do the best we can with the money that we have at the time, and I've been into all of these buildings, and I know we started years ago at Hermitage Elementary and ended up with Calumet, and some are platinum. I think the Hermitage is, but it all depends on the amount of money that we have available at that particular time.
Ashley?
And specifically, I can't answer any current contracts that are going on. However, I know that part of it also has to do with what the building is being designed for as well. So, for example, is it going to be a hurricane use as well? That will have some to do with the different parameters of the building. Knowing my audience here, probably not the answer you're going to like, but I believe that what we should be doing is making sure we're building buildings that are in the best interest of the environment, as well as that are a good financial investment for the community. And the standard industry standard is, if you get back what you put into it within 15 years financially, that it is a worthwhile investment. So if the monies are going to, what it costs to build a platinum LEED building, if you cannot recoup that money in an energy savings within 15 years, then it shouldn't be done.
Well, due to the fact that I was on teacher forum committee, and that teacher forum committee is where all your teachers of the years, I'm a community citywide teacher of the year here, and we kind of sort of discussed that. Otherwise, we wouldn't know a whole lot about why they're doing what they're doing, because we are doing so much other things that's something before the school board would know. However, I have visited Kelly, and I know Great Neck, and I know several Hermitage. I think what we try to do, what Dr. Mel said, we are looking at like 10 years ahead. And he wanted the buildings to be able to be technical centered 10 years from now. He didn't want it to be outdated. He didn't want the school to be outdated in 10 years. So they put a lot into the school with a projection of what they thought the school system would want within 10 years. And that's all I know about it, because we were never addressed with this. Okay, thank you.
Sam?
Yeah. It's not really a requirement. The requirement is self-imposed. But our schools are designed from the beginning with students, parents, and the community involvement. And then we put a design team, a contractor together, and the process of how far it goes, whether it's silver, platinum, or just gold, is really based on what we're able to do and how much money we have. The more you put up front, the more you pay off. For instance, Green Run High School is the worst high school we have in the city. It costs more money to run Green Run High School than any other school in the system because it's huge and it's old. The new Kellum, which is a lot larger than Green Run, takes about half of the energy to run, and that pays off. And typically, like Ashley said, between 11 and 15 years, you get payback. Part of the LEED program that we're doing is performance contracting. Oh, okay. And we get our money back from that in 11 years also.
Okay, the next question, this is from former VBE member, PACE committee member, and VBE lobbyist. VBE historically endorses candidates who are willing to support tax increases for salary raises. Those of you endorsed by VBTA, did you agree to support tax increases? Those not endorsed, did you fail to agree to support tax increases? Ms. McLeod, we'll start with you.
Okay, I am not endorsed by the Virginia Beach Education Association. I was not endorsed by them in 2012. I was endorsed by them in 2010 in the special election, just to give you a historical view of that. I will not agree. Part of why I'm unelected is because in 2012, it was the perception was that I voted against a tax increase, and then they put it out to the teachers to give the impression that I was opposed to teachers getting raises that they deserve. I believe that teachers should be paid and compensated fairly. However, I'm always going to do what is important on the best interest of, with the means that we have. I'm always going to look out for the teachers, making sure that we don't have too much on their plate at one time. But I will not go and say that I will or will not raise taxes based on that, because it depends on the other variables in the equation. So I can't answer that directly, but I am confident that that wasn't a good enough answer and why I didn't receive the Virginia Beach Education Association's endorsement.
Ms. LeVert?
Could I hear the question one more time?
Yes, you can. This question came from former VBTA member, PACE committee member, and VBTA lobbyist. VBTA historically endorses candidates who are willing to support tax increases for salary raises. Those of you who were endorsed by VBTA, did you agree to support tax increases? Those of you that were not endorsed, did you fail to agree to support tax increases?
To be very honest, no one approached me to ask me anything of that nature. I have not been asked by VBA or anyone else to support any given topic. I think they pretty much stay away from my work because I'm not in the pocket of anyone. So I think that I always vote on what's best interest of the student, period. And if it's not in the best interest of the student, I'll will not vote. Will not vote for it, regardless of what it is. I have been a member of VBA for 43 years, and I have never had to use them as a, I have never had to come to them and use them to get help for anything in 43 years. So VBA, I am proud to be endorsed by VBA, but VBA has not asked me anything to do or anything special to do, because I'm not, I don't think they would just never ask me that.
Thank you. Mr. Reed?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm not endorsed by the VBEA, and the reason is because the snow days and the pay raises and the asking for a tax increase the last time with the city council. I voted no on that because it's not the purview of the school system to raise taxes. It's the city council purview. It's in the city's charter. So I felt at that time that it wasn't our position. Our job is to present a budget that will make the school system run as well as it can. We did that. This year we went to the city council and asked for a $750,000 extra bit of money so that we could give our employees a 3% pay raise. I will never take money out of the budget from students to give teachers a pay raise. But our teachers are important. They are the best teachers in the area. They're more dedicated than they are in any other city. I support our teachers 100%. And only 1/5 of our teachers belong to the VBEA. We have over 5,500 some teachers in the system, and they're all excellent.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Ms. Holtz?
Thank you. I'm a retired teacher. I taught for 38 years, 30 here at the beach. Even though I am retired, I'm a lifetime member of the VBTA, so I do support them. They, in this particular race, are supporting me. 4 years ago, they did not support me, but it had nothing to do with taxes. As Sam said, we don't have the ability to raise taxes, but I do, and I was interviewed by them. I was never asked anything about taxes. I was asked, do you support equal compensation for all people, not just the teachers, but the bus drivers and the people who clean the places and everything. However, I will tell you that the people that I live with, the neighborhood, do support a tax increase if it would help teachers to get a pay raise. Remember, we're talking about a pay raise that was tiny, that isn't even felt in their paycheck because other costs have gone up. Healthcare has gone up. My neighbors are willing to.
Thank you, Ms. Holmes.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Ms. Lewis.
I do want to put something out here about our teachers as part of my platform. This summer I got a phone call from one of my teachers that I've been working for over 2 years, outstanding teacher, very effective teacher. And she called me and she said to me, she said, Miss Albania, I want to call you and let you know that I won't be back in the junior schools next year. And I'm like, well, why? And she gave me the reason why. And she told me that, I said, where are you going? And she said, to Chesapeake, not Chesapeake, but Nassau County, Suffolk. And I said, and she said to me, do you know how many people was in our workshop that was from Virginia Beach last year? And I said, no. She said 31. And that was 31 teachers that left Virginia Beach schools And that was 31, probably our most effective teachers. We can't afford to continue to do that. That was just for the people.
Chris?
Mr. Reed?